Hello guys, one and all to another average shaman video. Today we are going to be looking at talents on the Enhancement Shaman. And you're probably wondering why you're getting stuck. I've got notes in my little handy notebook. The little thing. And we're going to discuss the talent options that one, I've picked, and two, some builds that I think are going to be a bit dirty, and overall feeling that I'm getting at the moment with the Enhancement Shaman. This isn't going to be an absolutely analytical video, because it would, to proper analyse this, even a lot of streamers have done it. You know, they've streamed it and it's like 2-3 hours long, so it's not going to be that long, but it's not going to be that short either. So yeah, right, so we're gonna go straight into the bat, and this is kind of the build that I've picked, purely because mainly for one reason, to get as much legendary powers in the build as possible, because it just, you know, makes them more powerful. And generally this is the kind of play style that I'm probably going to play. Bear in mind, you know, the eagle-eyed shamans out there are probably going, whoa, but average shaman, you don't have Wind Fury Totem on. No, I don't. This is because I can basically get that if I wanted. From most of my content, apart from raids and Mythic Plus, I'll be running kind of this build. In Mythic Plus, I'm going to, you know, like if you've got like casters, then this is the build I'm going to go. If I don't have casters, or if people are generally asking me to get Wind Fury Totem, then I will remove maybe Elemental Assault and then go into Wind Fury. And you're probably thinking, but why wouldn't you have this bog standard? And between me and you, I am sick and tired of clicking Wind Fury Totem every fucking 15 seconds because I move in a raid or whatever. So I get tired of fucking clicking it. So I'm going to be running a build that I don't have to click it. And if I'm in a caster group, they don't really benefit from Wind Fury Totem, so fuck it. And you're probably thinking, oh, but you'll gain Wind Fury Totem. Yeah, but then I've got Wind Fury Weapon, I've got Forceful Winds, I've got Unruly Winds, and I've got the fucking Doom Winds legendary. Like, it's just, your DPS will be fine without Wind Fury. It'll be fine. So we've got that a little bit out of the way. I will justify it more as I go on, but these are the picks that I'm just gonna go through them quite quickly. But these are the semi picks. You have to pick Storm Strike because it's your bog standard. Basically, you've got to pick Wind Fury Totem weapon because, come on, it's your bread and butter, really, guys. And the reason I have gone down to the Doom Winds one is because basically this whole line here, from there all the way down here, just benefits it. And I really like Doom Winds in Season 1, Season 2. But it kind of got a bit, you know, whereas, you know, and you're probably thinking, but don't we need Wind Fury to activate Doom Winds? No, we don't. Not anymore. Not anymore, we do not. It does not activate on the totem. It actually activates on the weapon. Ah, and you're probably thinking, but don't we already have that? That's like an hour-long buff. Yes, it is. So this is just a 1-minute cooldown that you can just click. You know, like, or, well, it'll probably be a keybind. My keybind for that will probably be, let's go with keybind 10, because I've got numbers on the side of my mouse. So I've got numbers 1 to 3 and then 3 to 12 going down. So this will probably be keybind 10, which is fucking beautiful. It's beautiful. We've just got one of the strongest burst cooldowns in the game, because Doom Winds is still fucking powerful, and they've just gone, here you go. So that's just like, oh, thank you, Blizzard, thank you very much. But what makes it more powerful is that we've got the Forceful Winds conduit, which basically now, if you're using Doom Winds, you use the Forceful Winds conduit. Now it's a fucking talent. Oh my god. Yes. And then you've got Unruly Winds, which Wind Fury weapon has a 15% chance to trigger a third attack, which again is a conduit. So it's just like that's just bog stat. We have that in the game now, but then we're given Forceful Winds, and you're just like, nice. No, that's a talent. Sorry. And then they've given us a talent, which the talent is a talent, and then they've gone, oh, here's a conduit, and you're just like, oh, nice, and then they've gone, now here's the Lego, and you're just like, ugh. So that's just absolutely beautiful. And then I have gone, I'm going to go to the right side. I've gone Lava Lash, because basically you're going to pick Lava Lash. You fucking have to, kind of. And then I've gone 2 in Lava Lash here, because of the spreading of the flame shocks. I kind of don't want to give that up, and I don't think any Enhancement Shaman does. And then I've gone Primal Lava Actuators, because it's just gonna really be good. Now, if you wanted to, and all these have gone down that I've just done, you could go Primal Primer, which was the old. Now we are going into Kata Mists of Pandaria kind of thing, where you used to have to put down a Searing Totem. And then the Searing Totem, every time the Searing Totem hit, it put a buff on them. Now, this talent is basically what the Searing Totem used to do, but now it goes off your melee attacks. So this will probably be really good in single target, and Primal Lava Actuators would probably be good in more Mythic Plus, but to be honest, we're going to have to do some testing with that. You're just going to have to do some testing with it to find out. And then I've gone Fire Nova, which you just naturally would. I've also gone Crash Lightning. I kind of like Crash Lightning. I like the way it feels and what it does. Some people have skipped Crash Lightning entirely, and it's just one of them. It generally is. It's just one of them. I have gone Stormbringer, so I've not gone Elemental Blast, because I still think Elemental Blast is going to be mainly single target, which there's nothing wrong with it. You could go to it, but I with the build that I'm going for, it's more about them massive burst windows, and it's just going to be fucking filthy. So I've gone to Stormbringer, and I've gone Improved Stormbringer. This is just basically amping up your Storm Strikes, basically. Without cutting the bullshit out, it amps up your Storm Strikes, which is your main Maelstrom generator, which is nice. Going in the middle, I've gone Raging Maelstrom, which just increases your additional stack. I don't know if it stacks up to 15 or if it's just 10. I've tried to find out online, and I cannot find a bloody answer. So if any of you guys know the answer, if it goes to 15 Maelstrom or just goes up to 10 Maelstrom, then please comment, because I have no idea. Then, as I said, I've gone Crash Lightning. I've skipped Sundering, but if there's another talent spur, then obviously I'll put that into Sundering, because these have been reset, so I don't actually know. But then I've gone to Gathering Storms, which each target hit by a Crash Lightning increases the damage of your next Storm Strike by 5%. So that goes up. So I've done that, yeah. So that just goes up there. Which, because I've gone Crash Lightning, I've gone into this. If you didn't have the Crash Lightning here, you can't get that, and you just like. But it's basically, the build is to amp up the fucking what's it called, Storm Strikes. After that, I've gone to Ascendance, because do you know what, I used to like playing with Ascendance. I don't like that it's a 3-minute cooldown, but I get why, because I'm going to go 2 there, and I'm going to go direct. I'm going to fill this side out, and we're just going to look. So Static Accumulation. While Ascendance is activated, generate 2 Maelstrom weapon stack every 1 second. So that's GG. I don't even have to explain that. That's just GG. And then it's this is, I love this. Forum's Invocation. While Ascendance is active, Wind Strike, which your Storm Strike becomes Wind Strike, automatically consumes up to 5 Maelstrom weapon stacks to discharge a lightning bolt at your enemy. Now, I'm just going to let that sink in, because the one thing that everyone used to dislike about Ascendance is that, because my Storm Strike is the keybind E, because I use WSD, so I've got E right there. And then everyone I know used to literally abandon moving and just spam E like this. And then it used to be annoying because at the same time as an Enhancement Shaman, you are absolutely hardwired to spend your Maelstrom, because in the back of your head you're going, if you're not spending Maelstrom, you're losing DPS, or it has rolling consequences on the build. But if you're in your Ascendance window, you was like, well, I'm using it anyway, it's more beneficial. Whereas the game where Blizzard have gone, you know what, it's annoying that you're in Ascendance and you can't spend your Maelstrom because you lose out on your spamming of the E. I know, we'll give you a talent that automatically does it fucking for you. What the fuck? Yes! So it's absolutely beautiful. And then into that I'll go Feral Spirits, because what is an Enhancement Shaman without Feral Spirits? And it's absolutely lovely and it generates Maelstrom. And then we are going to go Witch Doctors, Wolfborns directly for 2. Straight away for 2, because why wouldn't you get another legendary? The abilities of another legendary, because this is now a bog standard talent. Just why wouldn't you play it? It's just beautiful to get your wolves off cooldown like you've got the legendary now, especially ones in your Ascendance windows and stuff like that. Oh, the Maelstrom generation you're going to do, and the cooldown you're going to, that 2 minute, even if you don't get this one, which can reduce it or make them AoE, that's not a 2 minute cooldown because of this, and it's beautiful. But we are going to go to this one, and you're probably thinking you will always go Elemental Spirits, because the Empower and it's 30 seconds. However, in AoE, Alpha Wolf, now this is really interesting. In Mythic Plus, I will probably go to Alpha Wolf. While Feral Spirits is active, Crash Lightning causes your wolves to attack all nearby enemies for the next 8 seconds. I don't know how much damage that'll do, but it says all. Now, I don't know if it's capped or if it's hard capped or soft capped. I don't know. It doesn't say. I've looked online. I can't find the information. Probably because they're still working on it and stuff, and we'll get more information. But if you're, say if you've got like a good tasty pull of 10 mobs and you do Crash Lightning, whilst you've got Feral Spirits up, whilst with the Alpha Wolf, that could potentially be a fuckload of damage. Like, even more so than the Elemental Spirits, even with the Empowered. We're going to have to really play about with this. I've not touched the Alpha yet. I refuse to, because I'm really looking forward to Dragonflight, so I do not want to jump on it early and test these builds and stuff like that. And you're probably thinking, well, you probably should if you're talking about it. And do you know what? You can if you want, guys, you really can, but I'm choosing not to, because I want to log in on the day that it drops, after waiting 6 hours on a loading screen to log in, because everyone's going to be fucking playing at that time, to actually play. But we're going to go to Elemental Spirits as the bog standard. Now, we have got 2 talents left. Now, I've had some discussions with some other Enhancement Shaman, and they go down this route, which I'm kind of bored of the Primordial Wave kind of build at the minute. I've played it for like 3 seasons back to back. I've nearly played that kind of build for like a year, and so this is why I'm concentrating on this side of the talent tree, because it's just like, well, this feels fresh for me. Like in M+, yes, you're probably going to go down this build because of the extra haste and everything like that. And you just probably are, annoyingly, but I still think fucking Ascendance in this build, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. But we've got 2 talents, so if we click this, which is nice, so we'll click off it. So Storm Strike damage is increased by 8%, and Storm Strike now generates 1 strike of Maelstrom weapon. You're either going to go 1 talent or 2 in there. If you go 2, it increases up to 15%. Now that is beautiful. However, we want Legacy of the Frost Witch as well, because consuming 5 stacks of Maelstrom weapon will reset the cooldown of Storm Strike and cause your next Storm Strike to deal 15% increased damage. So I think splitting these is more beneficial than putting 2 stacks in either or. Now, it might be beneficial to then put it over to this. It's just this is technically a Lego, and this side of the talent tree directly impact this because you're automatically spending. And because you're automatically spending, it resets the cooldown of Storm Strike, which will then be bloody hell, what's it called? Fucking Wind Strike, sorry. So these guys are just doing this. They're feeding into each other. And this improves Stormbringer. Then you've got Stormbringer that are feeding into your Storm Strike damage, which then is your Wind Strike damage. So it's all just churning together nicely. Now, I haven't discussed this little beauty yet, because this little beauty is sexy. Now, your damage or healing spells will now consume up to 10 Maelstrom weapon stacks. Now, I'm a bit hit and miss on this, because with this build here, as soon as it gets to 5, it automatically consumes 5 Maelstrom. But if you're generating more Maelstrom than you can think, you might in your Ascendance windows you might not use a 10 Maelstrom, but in your single target you could use a really good lightning bolt to really get that damage out, to really drive home them numbers, which would be nice. I've just gone into it because I just quite like the sound. Like, instead of going 5 Maelstrom lightning bolt, or waiting up to 10 Maelstrom to whack out 2 back-to-back chain lightnings or 2 lightning bolts, you can just go like one big massive fuck off lightning bolt. That just sounds really fun for me. So that's why I've talented into that rather than the increased healing that you get. You will note that I've not put in one for Sundering. This I still might have a play about. This will probably change, because I might take one out of Gathering Storm and then lob it into Sundering. That's probably what I'll do when I actually get in game. But because I don't want to right click it and have to do all these again, I'm probably not. But I will probably put one into Sundering, because it is a very good talent. It is it's a kind of semi-annoying talent at the same time, because it's 40 seconds cooldown and it does really good damage, but you've got to get the best. I find it finicky. I really do. I find it finicky, and I think it should be changed. I don't think it should be in a line anymore. I think Sundering should just be off you. It should just be like a big hit to all enemies around you, and then after so many targets, maybe do some fall off damage, because I really dislike the idea of like, I can't use Sundering, I've got to move to the right a bit and line it up, and now I use it and it just goes whack. So I'd prefer it if they changed it to like a shockwave that goes around you and does some damage. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that this build here that I've done on this right talent tree would be hindered for damage, because of the legendaries and the legendary powers, and the build is just going to be really, really bursty, because obviously you've got Ascendance. If you can line up on pull Ascendance, Feral Spirits, and Doom Winds right off that bat, you are going to be doing some dirty damage. That is some dirty burst damage. That's basically you've got 1, 2, 3. That's basically 3 Legos working for you. I'm gonna, and a pseudo Lego, if you will, because I think that's a Legion talent. I don't know, but I'm gonna class that as like a pseudo legendary power. So there's like 3.5 legendaries working for you off burst, and then obviously this coincides with this every 3 minutes. And then that can coincide with that every time it's off cooldown, and it's just going to be absolutely fucking filthy damage. It's looking really tasty. Like, the way Shaman plays now is going to be so different in Dragonflight, because of these legendaries talents. You get it, that are just going to offer us such a rewarding playstyle. I think it's going to actually be nice, because at the minute, shamans are really, really good, but our build is so punishing. Like, some people get it. When they've played Enhancement Shaman for a while, they're like, fucking hell, it's actually a pretty hard build to play. And it's like, yes it is. It's notoriously fucking difficult to play. Well, not notoriously difficult, but it's very punishing playstyle. Now, we're going to look at the left side. And the left side, I'm going to go, the left side is all choice. Like, it doesn't really impact the build. You can either go like a super bursty build, healing build, which you will do in raids, especially, big damage, abilities, because you're going to... The way Enhancement Shaman are all shamans, like Elemental and Enhancement are looking, especially on this side of the build, is fucking off-healing gods. Off-healing gods and CC masters. Now, I mean a CC master because... we've got Electric Lasso, which deals 700% spell power as nature damage over 5 seconds. So your mastery is going to impact that damage, by the way, guys. Your mastery is going to impact this. So you've got Lightning Lasso. Then you've got Earth Grab Totem, which you can... There is another one as well. So it's up to you what you use. And then I actually don't have it talented for some reason, but I will do this. I've done this talent this side of the wrong, but... so we'll go there. And we'll put it there. So, Capacitor Totem, straight away, is beautiful. Now, you can go one forward and go Static Charge and Guardian's Cudgel, which basically just reduces the Capacitor Totem. It's basically the conduits, which I will, again, do. I was just messing about. You know what? There we go. Because you don't really need them, because I just did it. So, there we go. There we go. You've got your Capacitor Totem. And it's just lovely. It's just lovely. You've got 3 CCs straight off of that. And then obviously I will talent into Sundering, or you could talent into Sundering. So you basically got 4 CCs. And it's just like, whew, that's nice. That's nice. And then you've got, I've got one more. It's, well, I'll just leave this, that one talent. I'll just leave it up and thing it. But it's just going to be so good, because that's Lightning Lasso's 45 seconds. You've got Capacitor Totem, which is a minute, but it can be reduced. Yeah, reduced up to 20 seconds. So that can go up to a 40 second. You've got Lightning Lasso, that's a 40 second. You've got Earth Grab Totem, which is a minute. That is a lot of CCs that you can get out, as well with still the best interrupt. It's just beautiful. It's just lovely. I love the Enhancement Shaman, or the fucking Shaman makeup. It's lovely. I could talk about these all day, but basically these are just interrupts and heals. So we're just going to go over the bog standards. Astral Shift is nice. It is. But I've gone with the Plane Strider on the next. So that reduces the cooldown of Astral Shift by 30 seconds, increases the duration by 4. I didn't want to go the other one. Because I don't see the point of it reducing more for kind of like less, if you will. So I'd rather have it reduces the same amount, but I can use it more often. So that for me, because I've never been in Enhancement Shaman and thought, I really need a big defensive. Because usually 9 times out of 10, you lob your Healing Stream Totem down, you pop your Astral Shift, and you just take whatever damage. Like, unless it's a one-shot, and you really need to change the Astral Plane Strider, but you're not a tank, so you don't. And 9 times out of 10, there's other damage mitigation that people help you with. So, yeah, that's the way I've done. As well, that obviously you've got your Earth Elemental as your big, like, I need more health, which is nice. So there's that. I've kept the Tremor Totem because it's sexy as fuck as a Tremor Totem. And we've gotten to Flurry. Now the damage increasing ones, there is some damage increasers here. There's obviously increases the damage of your lightning bolt by 20%. That is kind of given. I think everyone's going to go into 2 there, because you want more damage, so increase your lightning bolt. And then obviously you've got your maelstroms by 10 stacks or 5 stacks spending, and then in your ascendance, you know, you've got automatically spend. So this is you are going to see direct logs from improved lightning bolts. So that's why I've picked it. And then you've also got this: increases your attack speed by 15% for the next 3 melee swings after dealing a critical strike with a spell or ability. That's just nice. It'll be passive. You don't really have to worry about it, and you will see it. You will see it. And then after that, increases your critical strike chance of your nature spells by 4%. I think that's a given. I mean, it is only 4%, but you know, once you get geared, you crit whatever. You know, like looking at this, you're gonna go high, haste mastery, with a bit of crit in there, maybe a bit of verse as well. Like I don't really know. It depends on the 2 sets and 4 sets, but this build is going to benefit from high mastery. So yeah, very high mastery. And then we've got increasing movement speed bonus of Ghost Wolf, because these are kind of bread and butter. I mean, people think because we've got Ghost Wolf we're like really, really agile, and we're fucking not. So anything that increases the Ghost Wolf speed is better. And then I've gone with Gust of Wind. A Gust of Wind hurls you forward. That's semi like a mini blink. I'm going to take it. And it's a 30-second cooldown, so you know you can do it as, I'm going to put that as shift jump. Which is like, jump is your space bar, so that's going to be shift space bar for me already, because it's just going to propel you forward. So you're just going to go shift space bump, boom, right, done, you're out of the way. GG. And then surging shields, again with enhancement, it has an additional 50% chance to trigger maelstrom weapon when triggered. So having 2 in that is just basic. It's passive maelstrom generation, and it increases the damage, and it's passive damage. It doesn't do that much damage. It never has done that much damage. But do I want to stop using it? No, because you imbue your weapons, and you put a lightning shield on you as an enhancement shaman straight away. I've got 1 macro for it. I just click it 3 times. Like I'll do 1, 2, 3. It'll go Wind Fury, Flame Tongue, shield, and I'm done. It's like, right, don't have to click that macro for about an hour. So yeah. Now I have increased the radius of my totems as well. Now I can do another one, but I will probably, sometimes you will go poison clearing totem, because it's just a bit more utility on this side. I don't think it's going to be a make or break. I don't think anybody is going to be like, oh, we need an enchantment for their to remove poisons, because druids can do that. They'll just naturally, druids get it anyway. So I don't think that's going to be. It's not going to be a make or break talent. It's just not. It's just, I think it'll be an extra addition that we've not had in a while. Now I haven't picked any of these, and you're probably thinking, oh, why haven't you gone to this one, which is called the Elements, which resets the cooldown of your most recently used totem. Because basically you can get it's mainly when you're doing like really big dick healing, like you've got a mana spring totem. You know, you want that and the mana spring, because you can just use the mana spring, reset it, use it again, and it's every 45 seconds anyway. So it's this one, that one, sorry, it's just gonna be. It depends if you want to be a bit of a totem master, really. I don't see it. I don't really see it. And then obviously you've got that, which reduces your call of the elements, so it reduces your, your earth elemental. But unless there's some fights where we're going to take a shitload of damage and we need that, and then once that's dead, we're like, oh fuck, I need that again. Then there's that. But I can't see there ever being a dungeon mechanic or a boss mechanic raid mechanic or any fucking kind of damage, apart from maybe you trying to solo some shit that you can be like, just bring a friend, buddy, that you will ever require improved core of the elements. Maybe, yeah, I just can't see it. I really can't. And then there's other stuff. There's like increased like leech and stuff like that. And then there's this graceful spirit, but you're never really gonna use that as an enhancement shaman. I just can't see it because it just same with Spirit Walker's Grace. I just can't see it because you're never gonna be in a situation where you're like, oh fuck, I need to heal on the move. It's just like, I can't see it. So that's why I've semi-avoided 90% of this. I have picked Healing Stream Totem because it's bread and butter now, really, isn't it? And I haven't gone here because, clicking that just increases the healing stream, increases your next free healing surges, and I don't think enhancement shamans or shamans in general are going to be expected to off heal that much. I just can't see it. You'll probably pick that. Which reduces the cooldown of your totals by 2 secs, and then go Mana Spring, and then go the raid one, which I can see people doing this one, Ancestral Guidance, because it used to be a thing in early Castle Nath and early Sanctum. Because it used to be really good because it's every 2 minutes. Big boss things coming down, and whatever damage you do heals people. So the more damage you do, the more healing you do. So I can get this, but not that. And then for my last one, I'm gonna go Stone Skin Totem here, and I've kind of kept this for last because we used to have Stone Skin Totem back in the day, and it just reduces physical damage taken by party members, which is nice. It's every 30 seconds, so basically you will have it up semi-constantly, but that's 30 seconds as well, so you'll probably put Stone Skin and Healing Stream Totem in a macro together and then keybind it to something. My Healing Stream Totem at the minute is Shift 5, so I'm going to make a macro to use these together to constantly be out together, so they'll benefit each other. And that's pretty much that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to talk about the pros of what Enhancement Shaman or Ellie Shaman is looking like at the minute. More so Enhancement Shaman because I play more Enhancement Shaman. So we're coming from a more Enhancement Shaman centric POV. The pros are the utter ridiculous burst DPS you are going to have, and the decent maintained DPS you are going to have in both single target and M+ is really ridiculous. Like, there is other builds, and I could talk about other builds and I could analyze it like I said, but I'm not. I might save that for a stream if I'm honest. So I mean, if you do want me to stream that, because I do have a streaming channel which I haven't streamed on for about 2 weeks because I'm in my holidays at the moment, like the 6-week holiday, so I'm kind of enjoying that with my missus and my little boy, so not had a chance, and say me being lazy. But we could look at different builds and stuff like that all night long, but this is the one that I've been toying about with and proper theory crafting on myself and stuff like that. And Enhancement Shaman is looking so powerful. Like, I know people are looking at rogues and looking at warriors and thinking, fuck, they're going to be powerful. And generally, people who understand how shamans are going to change are going to get excited. You know, there'll always be people that are just like, oh, I don't really understand enhancement shamans that much. That's fine, you don't have to. But we're going to fucking beat you on DPS, mate, because we fucking are. It's going to be beautiful. So you're going to be a bit of a CC master and a bit of a damage demon. Do I think we're going to be meta? I don't know. I generally don't know. I would like us to be semi-meta, but I don't know. It totally depends on the 2 sets and 4 sets that we get, but we are going to be very, very much needed in M+. Because of the CCs that we bring, because of the damage that we can bring, pardon me, we are going to be very, very good. Very good. The cons, there isn't any. I am happy with these talent choices. I am happy with the builds that shamans can play. I think it opens it up a lot. That's me not brown nosing Blizzard at the minute, but fucking good job, fellas and girls. Sorry, guys, people. Good job, people. Good fucking job. If you've got any tweaks or stuff or any comments, please comment below. I do get back to you, and I will get back to you. And it'll be fun. We can have a bit of a discussion and whatnot. So that's the end of the video. I've gone through all my notes. I've gone through pretty much everything I want to. I don't think I've missed anything. No. So, as I said, leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. You don't have to, but it does help. It really does help. I thank you for watching the video, and I hope you like it. Ash, I hope you like this. He was a guy, Ash is a subscriber of mine, who commented on my last video, which you should watch. Single target is now a thing in M+ for Season 4. I'll be doing more videos on them with builds and choices and whatnot. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, Ash. It has been a bit of a labour of love doing this video, actually, because it's been nitty gritty. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you don't, please leave a comment and I can try and sort it. But thank you one and all, guys. Thank you for watching. Average Shaman out. Like and subscribe.